frequencies, and today we have pendulum reading. Pendulum reading. So I actually thought I don't have much time because my car is just being kind of checked. It's like at the dealership and it's just being kind of checked. And I know they closed at 6:30 and it's now almost 5. So, and they said it wouldn't be ready for collection until after 5. So I go ahead and I think, well, I will do a pendulum because I have to have a I'm getting a lift there to get my car because it's 25 minutes away, and then of course driving my car back. And I thought, well, they said they wouldn't call until after 5. And just as I was about to go live, I receive the notification that my car is ready to be picked up. But the person who is very kindly giving me a lift to go get it is in work and probably until 5, half 5ish anyway. So I thought I will just jump on anyway and do a pendulum, even if it's a little bit short. So I do apologise if it is a little bit of a short one, maybe 30, 40 minutes, something like that. But the good news, the better news, other than me being here now, is we will likely have a crystal ball later this evening when everything is sorted. I have my car back and I'm chilled out and relaxed. We may do a crystal ball. That's the plan, but of course, if I get booked up or anything like that, I will post about it. So, did anybody who is in now see my short or my post on the posts? So I am going to answer questions, guys. It's really nice to see you, AA and Kita, Michelle. It's really great to see you guys. But please do let me know. Did you just see me come live, or did you see my short clip on my post? Because I kind of need to know where the best place to announce streams is. So it would really help me if you let me know how you knew I was live. Did it just come up for you as a normal notification? Did you see my short video? Or did you see my post in the posts tab? It will just help because people are keep saying repeatedly that they're not being notified. So I'm trying to find the best way to announce it when I come live so so you definitely know? So I appreciate that. So yeah, so after my rambling, apologies for the little rambling there. But yes, we will begin. So guys, if you are new in, I don't think it doesn't look like we have anyone new. But guys, if you are new, please put your full name and date of birth with your question. So it's yes or no questions for the pendulum. I know the pendulum's a little bit, I think it's behind the chat for you guys. But it's yes or no questions for the pendulum. And if you were on, I think it was yesterday, I do have similar cards, but I'll go over them. I'll go over them just in case you don't know them off by heart or if you are new. Sparks! Yes, of course, you can have shout outs to Sparks. Yeah, of course. Maya, hello and welcome. And hello and welcome to everybody else. AA, Michelle, and Ankita. Really nice to see you. So, the cards we have, so it's all free. If you're very urgent for your question, you can send a super chat. But if you have patience for me to get to you, you can just ask questions for free. Just bear in mind, I do get a little bit behind in the chat. As you can see, I'm rambling on right now whilst people are posting. I get behind in the chat, so just have a bit of patience. I'll just go over the cards and then we will get to questions. But remember, until the crystal ball later, you do have to put your questions so they can be answered with a yes or no for the stream. So we have Angel, we have Yin Yang. And did anybody see my post about the Yin Yang today? I would like to know that as well, if you did see it. Chakra, we have Chakra, we have Love, we have Spellcasting, we have Akashic, we have Witch's Wisdom, and we have Unicorn. So yes, and please like the video, I greatly appreciate that. So let me get to questions now, okay. So I'm very well. AA as well, who is saying, how are you? So guys, anyone who says, how are you? I am well. I really hope that all of you guys are well too. So, AA says a card for my work. So let's do a yin yang. Let's do a yin yang and see what we get with that. So we have past, lack, and suffering. So, okay, lack and suffering, of course, it's quite a negative thing. Maybe you're lacking in abundance a little bit. Maybe you're going through challenges that cause a bit of suffering, whether that's trying to find the right position or having a lot of hard work in the current position as well can be suffering. But the main thing we see here is past, okay? So past is like the silver lining of this card because it is saying that you will leave this in the past, or if it is something you've only gone through in the past and you're not going through it right now, you need to fully release it. So you need to fully release it. But if you are going through it right now, it seems it will soon be in the past. So there is a silver lining to that, even though it's speaking to the suffering, to the challenges, you know? You're on time, Ankita. Amazing. It's really nice to see you. I feel like I've been seeing more of you recently, so that's nice. Um, so will I clear my exam this September for Ankita? Or maybe I should put it this way. I think I will. It'll be easier for me to spin it and not knock it off if I put it this way. So let's do that. Yes, Ankita, we're getting a yes. Best of luck to you. AA, has Asha been thinking about me these days? Okay. Guessing a no on that, unfortunately. Maybe not recently, you know? And hello, Michelle. Michelle, I know I did say that, but hello. And Kita, will my sis get married in 2026? Oh, rephrase, respin. No, we're getting a no to 2026. So I'm sorry about that. And Ankita does inform me that you got a notification. Amazing. So that's the best thing. If you're getting a notification, that's great. That's what we want. So thank you for that. That's great. Ankita says shorts really don't work for live stream, for lifetime announcements, I guess. It got over 100 views in a short time, which I know that's not a lot, but for me that's a lot. But I'm thinking, is that just pushed to random people, or is that actually my subscribers? You know, I don't have a way of seeing that just yet. You don't really get like analytics when you first just post. So Maya, hello and welcome. I did the shout out for Spark, so nice to see new people in the chat. And Kita, am I going to get married in the same cast or other cast in future? I'll ask the same. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll ask that anyway. The same, maybe. Let's say other. Let's see if we get a more definite answer. We're getting a definite answer on other, so it's more likely other. Although there's a maybe on the same, so you know, maybe it could go either way. An angel card for Maya. Yes, I love it. Here we go. So we have compassion. Archangel Zadkiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. So sometimes we can be hard on other people when they're not meeting our expectations, or they're hurting us in some way, you know, and it can be difficult to have compassion, even if you're an empath. You know, people can really annoy you, but try to be a little bit kinder to the people at the moment, and to yourself is most importantly. You might be being hard on yourself. Michelle, thank you. Is Louise going to message me this year? I do apologise if I pronounce any names wrong, by the way. Guessing a no on that, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that. I think if I give a negative answer, I greatly apologise. I don't want to. Yin Yang, here we are for Maya. Receive and open. So you must be open right now because there's things you're going to receive. This could be messages from your guides, or it could be abundance. It can go either way with that. So really, you must be open to receiving. Just set your intention of being open to what the universe wants to give you, because it seems like the universe wants to give you something, which is nice. And Kita, what do we get in crystal ball? Like what kind of read? Oh, have you never been? So a crystal ball is It's similar to this where you still have to ask specific questions because if it's too broad, I don't want to spend too much time with one person. This is why I say never ask questions like what's coming in my love life, what's coming this month, what's coming for the rest of the year, what's coming in my work path. Things that are too broad, that would bring up a full reading. So if you do want a full reading, as I always say, my website is in the description of the video, and I do full readings that are more in depth, and that is secretfrequencies.com/shop. But yes, so for the crystal ball, it's still kind of specific questions, but I can see a lot more information than the pendulum. So it's not just a yes or no. You can ask, instead of just like, is this happening? Is this going to happen? Is this, things that can be yes or no. You can ask things like, how is this person feeling about me? Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even think and be like this. We do it all the time. But yeah, it's simply just questions that can be asked. Sorry, that don't need a yes or no, basically. So they do get more in depth. And one thing I always say, I am sorry to chat on and I will get to questions, but one thing I always say is crystal ball is a lot more accurate than pendulum. Okay. So for example, if there's less than a 50% chance to if there's less than a 50% chance that something will happen, the pendulum will say no. If there's more than a 50% chance, the pendulum will say yes. And of course, if it's definitely set in stone or not, then of course it's going to say yes or no as well. But a crystal ball, if something isn't set in stone, and say you have like a 40% chance, I can see that. Whereas the pendulum would say no to a 40% chance. So the crystal ball is more accurate, basically. So I hope that makes sense. And Ankita says a card for my exam of your choice. Okay, I'm drawn to unicorn for that. So unicorn, here we are. Oh, you're getting compassion as well. Interesting. So Maya got compassion on the angel card. You're getting compassion on the unicorn card. So be gentle with yourself. Again, you're getting the same message. So being kind to yourself. Maybe you are pressuring yourself a little bit. Maybe you're putting a lot of expectations and pressure on yourself. And the pendulum said you were going to do well, so we are praying as well. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So it's pretty similar to Maya's message, only it could maybe you're just being a bit hard on yourself about your study process, your learning process. So remember to be kind to yourself. Maya, chakra card. There we are. So a chakra card for Maya. Soulmate. So this is interesting because we get soulmate cards a lot when, or indications of soulmates and things like that, often. But with the soulmate card, with the chakra being the root chakra, which we have because it's red, this is more about the physical alignment. So it's not saying you have a soulmate or there's a soulmate on your path at some point, or you have a spiritual connection with someone. It's more about them actually physically aligning, you learning who they are, they're manifesting on your path finally. So it's quite a nice one for soulmates. Tyrone, hello, welcome. Oh, he says, a word that I'm not going to say, and then nonsense. That's totally fine. I understand that not everybody believes in the things that I do, and that is fine. You don't have to comment though. AA, card for Asher and my connection. Yes, so let's do a love card for AA. Oh, so we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So sometimes this links to the current chapter you're already in. So if you're already in separation, it's kind of just affirming that. When you get the message when you're in separation, it's trying to tell you that, like I say, it's time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It's talking about the time being apart being needed. It's needed. So one of you might need a bit of an independent healing journey alone, apart from each other. It's needed for some reason. There's a divine reason and purpose for you not being in contact right now, or not being in contact in the near future. Kieran, hello and welcome. Maya says spellcasting. One thing I will say, guys, if you just remember to have respect for other people. If you notice that you're posting a lot and not giving other people like space to comment, just tone it down just a little bit. Just let everybody have a chance. So spellcasting for Maya here. We have Healing. So sometimes it can be kind of tap into your inner self. Be honest about where you need healing, if you need to seek healing from a healer, or if you need to heal yourself in some way. Be honest with yourself about that. Do it, do the process, do the work. But also, it can speak to you having your own healing abilities as well. So you may be being guided, pushed in the path to tap into your own healing abilities as well. But yeah, don't be afraid to seek healing if you need it. And that's probably another segue for me to say. I do Reiki cleanses, home cleanses, and sound healing, remote sessions, one-on-one sessions, and things like that. And they are on my website in the description. All of my sessions are very reasonably priced, and they're half price for members as well. Um, but yeah, so we have things like that I can also offer. So if you do feel like you need healing in some way, that's not just for Maya, for anyone. So the website is secretfrequencies.com/shop. But Kieran sees Acacia card. So we have the Five of Roses, the Garden. Okay, so the Garden is very much about tapping back into your inner child, having that kind of childlike curiosity and wonder come back to you a little bit. So if you felt dull, if you felt kind of like you're just going with the motions, you're not really feeling excitement or anything like that, or things don't really draw you in. You don't have that wonder, that sense of inspiration, and things like that. You can do some inner child healing. You can try to tap into your inner child, but it does seem like that sense of wonder and curiosity will naturally come back to you at some point. So that's very, very nice at some point soon. So yeah, inner child healing might be needed, or just connection. One tip I do give people, if you want to just tap into your inner child a little bit, do a bit of gentle inner child work. A nice thing to do is just think of like a food that you used to love as a child that you haven't had for ages, or a show you used to watch as a child that you haven't seen for ages, or a movie or something, or even an activity. Maybe you used to go bowling a lot when you were a child, or whatever it might be. Go and do that thing, and it helps, eat that food, watch that movie, and it helps to heal the inner child. Malia, hello and welcome. Flo. My crystal turned brown. Any idea what this means? Which crystal was that, and what were you using it for? That might help. Ankita, will I score exemption in any subject? Okay. That is coming as yes. Maya says Acacia. Here we are. Oh, so we have the Buddha Prepares. We're drawing it upside down. So the Buddha Prepares is all about any expectations that society has, or your friends have, or your partner has, or that you put on yourself, that you might be rushing towards. So maybe sometimes we think, I need to be married by this date, I need to have achieved this certain thing by this date. We might be working to time frames that we feel as like a society or as just ourselves. And when the Buddha prepares, it's all about taking your own time, being on your own path. Just because someone else kind of, I don't know, achieve something at a certain age doesn't mean that you have to do that. We all have our own individual paths, and you might be rushing yourself a little bit or putting pressure on yourself. But you have this upside down, so it seems like maybe you might have a bit of difficulty in relaxing, or in cutting yourself some slack, basically. So just, yeah, it's again kind of a message about being kind to yourself. Again, we are seeing that. Chakra card for Ankita. Here we are. So we have Miracle at the solar plexus. Solar plexus is the chakra, the yellow one. But you're getting Miracle. So something that you're really wanting, or it might not even be something you're wanting, it might be a surprise, But something really positive is going to occur in your life path. But if you feel blocked towards it, or if you feel like achieving something or attaining something really great is far from you, you feel like maybe you don't deserve it, or it would just never happen to you, it happens to other people, if you feel like you have bad luck or anything like that, work on your solar plexus chakra to ensure that this miracle event, this really positive event, arrives. So just focus on the solar plexus. Let's see. Kieran says Acacia card for my marriage. Okay. So we have the Sands of Time. So the Sands of Time is interesting. It's kind of similar to that, was it Maya, the message Maya got about like the Buddha prepares. It's kind of similar because it's all about timing. It's about timing, it's about deadlines, it's about working towards something where, you know, you have a limited time to attain something, to get to something. But divine timing is at work. Divine timing is at work on this situation. So, you know, you might be kind of, there might be a wait, basically. So you see him, he stood by that egg timer, and he's, I call it a sand timer, we should say, and he's just kind of waiting, watching the sand drop, kind of waiting for that moment. So it can also be a message of, you know, divine timing is at work, the manifestation that you want will happen, but maybe don't sit around and wait for it. Maybe go and do things, maybe go and work on yourself. If you see, he has, it's scrolls, the Six of Scrolls, and he has all these rolled up scrolls, paper, you know? So it can be about like learning, reading, writing, you know, anything that's kind of a bit of a distraction in a positive way, you know? You could focus on that because it seems like divine timing is at work for you. Maya says witch's wisdom. Which is wisdom. There we are. So we have witch's heart and power. Power. So when we have the witch's heart, it is very much about your spiritual abilities, maybe particularly pertaining to working with spirits, so mediumship. And power. So stepping into your power, listening to your guides is a really important one with this one. But yeah, positive advancements in your crown chakra. Very nice. Kieran says romance angel. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So it's kind of maybe an affirmation in the current connection that, you know, there is a strong magnetic attraction. You're not just imagining it, you know, or it hasn't gone anywhere. But it can also be about if someone new does come in this current chapter, you might feel that spark right away. So guys, if you are new, it's yes or no questions for the pendulum, or you can choose oracle cards. The readings are free. Hello and welcome. So let's see. So yeah, guys, if you don't spread out your questions and give other people a chance, I will end up skipping you. I just feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to other people. So I'm going to scroll a little bit down. Let's get to, you know, just give people a bit of a chance. So Amber says an oracle card for me from the top 6th for my divine feminine. Okay, so let's go with the Akashic deck. Let's go with the Akashic deck for, so 6th from the top. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like it when people do this. 6. Okay. So, let's do that. So let me just please back. So we have, okay, the King of Scrolls. So the King of Scrolls is an interesting one. This is for Amber. So the King of Scrolls is about a very important, usually representing a male figure in your life, or maybe someone that just has a strong masculine energy, you know. But they will tend to be something like a mentor, a teacher, maybe someone at work or something like that. It particularly pertains to learning and work with the scrolls. So it's someone who's going to really help you to learn something or to get onto a certain path. It can even be a partner. It can be a partner, but if that partner helps with your like work, study kind of path, learning about yourself, growing, you know, it's that learning path that you're on, learning, particularly related to kind of study and work, if that makes sense. But it's a really positive person. They're going to help you, they're going to guide you, maybe give you a bit of advice. You know, they might not be like a teacher forever, but they might just give you some advice that inspires you, sets you on a really positive path of learning something new, expanding your abilities, your skills, your talents, you know. So yeah, that is the King of Scrolls for Amber, not Ankita, for Amber. And hello and welcome. Let's see. So a unicorn card for Kieran. Here we are. We have anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force honor all of your emotions as sacred. So yes, often a message in spiritual communities is that anger is bad and we should never feel anger because we are love and light, you know. But there's a reason for everything that we experience here. If we experience anger, there's a reason for it. Nothing is wasted. Um, nothing is unimportant, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's all just about learning to channel your anger in a positive way. So that could be if you channel your anger into writing something, journaling, art, you know, something like that. Kieran, hello and welcome. I hope you are well. I'm very well. And Kita, will I complete my CA by 2007? And will I get an all India rank? Okay. So we're asking CA by 2027 first. Maybe. So there is a possibility of that. You have the potential to do that. Best of luck. And will I get all India rank? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what it means, but I will do the question. Oh, we spin on that one. We're getting a no on that one. Hopefully you have enough time to change that energy around to manifest that, you know. Sorry, Kevin. So it's a love card for my connection with A. Yes. There we are. So we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So be playful, be flirty, not being too serious, not taking things too serious, not taking yourself too seriously. Playing and joking around is important for your love path at the moment. Mohammed, hello and welcome. Any card, message from Sophia to Sapel? I'm really sorry. You can teach me to pronounce the name correctly. I'm so sorry. But yes, let's do that. So any deck, a message from Sophia. Okay. So let's do a yin yang. Let's do a yin yang. Here we are. So we have party and external, party and external. So that's kind of a positive message about the external energies amplifying a little bit, so that can improve connections, it can improve the throat chakra connections. So if you've had misunderstandings, miscommunications, or anything where maybe an apology is needed or a conversation is needed, this can be a positive omen to that. But and that's the external energies, so you know what you're putting out to each other, how you're communicating. But then you have party. So with party, that could be if there's any social gatherings that Sophia is going to, maybe you are also invited, you attend that. It's a positive energy of if you're both in the same kind of social space, improvements, positive energy for both of you if you are both attending something together, you know, doing something together that's maybe it's a bit fun, a bit light-hearted, maybe it lifts the mood, you know. And maybe even she will invite you, because that's, you know, that's kind of a message that can come through with that as well, is being invited to a gathering, a party, a get together, you know. Kevin, will I like the work and the experience if I do a quant analysis job role? Okay. Yes, get a yes on that. So Maya says, how does Anna feel about me? So guys, it is yes or no. So we do have to put it in a different way, but we can say something like, does Anna feel positively about you? And see what we get. Positively about you. Getting a no on that at the moment. So maybe there's some kind of issue or something that needs to be resolved. So yeah, but guys, you can ask as many questions as you like within the time frame. It just has to be a yes or no. Michelle, is W going to message me this year? Okay. There will be a crystal ball later on this evening, so you do stay tuned. No, for Michelle, I'm really, really sorry about that. The energy just doesn't look great at the moment, so hopefully that can turn around for you. And Kita, is my sis going to get married to the guy we are currently thinking about? And as you said, no to 2026. Will it be by 2027? So getting married to the guy you're currently kind of thinking about, let's ask. Getting a no on that. Ooh. And possibilities for 2027. No. Getting a no on that. Kevin, if I give CFA exam level 1 in May 2026, will I pass it my first attempt? Respin. Respin. Yes. So a bit of uncertain energy, but we are getting a yes, so there is possibility. Rita Paula, hello, welcome. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Message for your current situation. Let's do an angel card for you. Rita Paula B. I'm not going to try to pronounce the second name, but feel free to correct me on pronunciation. Your angel card, Victory. Oh, very nice. Victory. Archangel Sandalaphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered, so have faith. So your prayers, your affirmations, whatever you're kind of wishing for and wanting, your guides, your angels, the universe, God, however you perceive this, has heard your prayers, and you will be coming, receiving some kind of victory, some kind of manifestation, some kind of answer to your prayers, So that's a really positive one. Very nice. I'm glad to draw that for you. And Kita, is Jyoti going to go with me during the festival? Okay. Let me spin on that. Guessing a no. So I hope that energy changes for you if you're wishing this. Kevin, will my cousin H be determined about doing a master's abroad and take preparation for it in second half of 2026? Yes, getting a yes on that. Rita Parra. So yeah, guys, don't post your question twice. I'm just behind in the chat. I will get to whoever I can get to. I don't have much time left, but I will get to whoever I can get to. So Healing Tarot, welcome back. Is Annie Besh feeling deep regret? Okay. Yes, I think a yes on that. Keith says foolish, but actually, from my experience, Pendulum is more accurate than the weather apps. Have you ever used the weather app? They're always wrong. Yin Yang for Healing Tarot. Here we are. So higher self activation, amazing. So higher self activation. So it's very self-explanatory, I guess. You're going to a higher level, particularly on your spiritual path. So this could be opening your third eye more, connecting with your guides more, opening your crown more. Maybe it's a new your name says tarot, so of course you do tarot. Maybe it's like learning a new form of divination or really improving your craft. But yeah, or like I said, connecting really close with your guides or your higher self. It's very nice. So let's see. Akashic for Kevin. Oh, and I didn't feel that one's for you, and I apologize about that. I just get that feeling at times. Here we have Seven of Scrolls. So we have intricacies and industry. So this one is, if you look at the picture, it's a man. He's building a chapel. Now it's it's a modest chapel, but it's very nice. And this represents your life path, your achievements, what you're trying to build. So yeah, whatever you're kind of trying to build, your empire or your achievements or your family, your home, whatever it is you're trying to build in the kind of root chakra element, more physical manifestations. But it's not done. So it's showing that you're still on the journey. Don't worry. It's kind of like sending you calming energy. You're still on the journey. You don't have to be there just yet. You don't have to, be done, be completed, be perfect. But the positive part is he has all of his plans, blueprints here, and all of his materials here. So he has everything he needs to complete this, to get there. So you do have everything you need for your path, whether it's already within you, and maybe it is that you still need to do some learning to uncover it, but you will do it. You have the capability, the potential, everything within you to really get to where you want to be. You're just not there yet, and that's okay, Flower Beauty, hello and welcome. It's really nice to see you. Our Queen, hello and welcome. It's really lovely to see new people. So Flower Beauty says, in what way is my client and his company impacted now that I have left working there? I'm really sorry, it's yes or no at the moment. There will be a crystal ball later on, but it's yes or no questions for the pendulum at the moment, so I apologise for that. And our Queen says, what's my boyfriend planning as well? Guys, it's yes or no. So put your question in a way that can be answered in a yes or no at the moment. You can ask questions like that. Those questions are perfect for the for the crystal ball, okay? And yeah, so guys, like I said earlier, asking for a reading for the next few months, that's a full in-depth reading. That will be like a, let me think, 8 card spread if you're asking for the next few months. I'm not going to do that on stream for anybody. I would be just working with that person. Everybody else would just be waiting. You ask specific questions on stream, so everyone gets a chance, you know? But if you do really want a full in-depth reading, if you really feel like you need one, my website is secretfrequencies.com/shop, and it's in the description of the video. I do spells, sessions like Reiki and sound healing and cleansing, and I do all different types of readings: tarot, pendulum, crystal ball, candle wax, tea leaf, or just all different types of readings, runes. And if you want an in-depth one, you're very welcome. They're all very reasonably priced, by the way, so just check them out. But for the pendulum, for the crystal ball on stream, it's just more specific. We want to give everybody a chance. Suns, hello and welcome. Does Patrick have love feelings for me? See, there we go. Perfect question for Suns. Okay. But yeah, any of these questions that were more crystal ball ones, just keep them for later. Respin, sorry, Suns. No, we're getting no at the moment. There could be care there could be deep feelings, but they're just not amounted to love yet. Sometimes it's that process going from I really care about this person to, oh, I'm in love with this person, Carolyn! Oh, it's nice to see you. Has Christopher been thinking about me to visit him? Okay. Oh, we spin. Ah! We don't want to respin, we want to answer. Yes! We get a yes. My comments. Yeah, your question was answered. Suns may have a yin yang, of course. There we are. So you have guarded and vulnerability. Okay. So if you're an empath, you can often open yourself up to negative people because you allow yourself to be vulnerable with people. You can really tap into emotions of yourself and others. So it's not about putting a guard up to everyone, but it's about using your intuition to know who to put a guard up with. Just be careful, because when we get that card, it can indicate that there may be someone coming on the path who wants to take advantage of you. So just be careful. Keep a little bit of a kind of a guard up, but don't fully put a wall up, I'm just being careful. S. Lila, hello and welcome. Will Adrian come back to the UK soon, okay? Too many rephrases. I'm like, is this straight? It is straight. Yes. So guessing guests are coming back to the UK. Love card for healing tarot. We have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So we're looking at not taking things too seriously, not taking yourself too seriously. Being in that nice, playful, light-hearted energy is needed on your love path at the moment. Aparna, hello and welcome. Oh, I love the emojis in the chat. Hello and welcome. Very nice to see you. Aparna says, please pick a card for me which you feel is calling my name. Okay. I am drawn to a unicorn card for you. There we are. So Aparna, you have beloved. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. So, if you're already in a relationship, it's about that romance heightening. If you're not, it's about that romance coming to you pretty soon. So it's quite a nice one from the unicorns there. So what I'm going to do, let me see the time. So yeah, unfortunately I should get off in about 10 minutes. So let's see what to do. If you haven't had many questions answered yet, I will do a few of yours. If I'm skipping through, I do apologise. I'm going to try to do at least one more for everybody. So, Apollo says, does Lakshay want to talk to me? If I pronounce the names wrong, I'm very sorry, but we'll do the question. Yes, guessing a yes on that for Aparna. Lila, will Adrian contact me soon? Didn't know what to do then. It's unsure. Yes, you're getting a yes as well. Sajgal says, am I going to win PCH this year? I think it says PCH. Yes. Best of luck to you. That sounds great. Paula, I have made an Insta and YouTube for my tarot reading journey. When will I get decent followers by the end? So, oh yeah, will you get decent followers by the end of the year? Okay. Best of luck to you. Link it to me. I would like to see it. So you're getting no at the moment. So sometimes the journey can be slow and steady, as you guys know. I don't have many subscribers at all, but I'm still really enjoying the journey, and I'm still, um, doing this for work. I'm not doing anything else for work. So I'm living okay with this, even though I don't have many subscribers. So it's definitely possible. It might just be a bit of a slow journey for you, Fire and Water, 12, 12, 12, sorry, 12, 12, 13, 13, 13 likes and 13 watching. I hope you are doing well. I love that you always notice that as well. I'm doing very well. I really hope you are doing well. And thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I think I'm looking a bit smarter today. No feathers in the hair, wearing my blazer, looking a little bit smart. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, card of my choice for Fire and Water. I'm drawn to Chakra for you right now. Oh, you have a balance of the third eye. So this can be, the third eye relates to our mind, our sleep patterns, our dreams, our spiritual senses. And when I say mind, it can link a little bit to mental health or even overthinking, negative thinking and things like that. So you're getting balance, so that's really nice. It's like things coming into balance in the third eye. So if you're having sleep problems or you are overthinking or you're having any of the other issues that I mentioned, you're coming into balance with the third eye. So that's very nice. But again, like I always say with the chakra cards, if you are guided to work on a certain chakra or get Reiki or anything on a certain chakra, go with the chakra you got on the cards, so third eye. Ankita, will I get married into a family as I dream of and a loving husband, specifically a loving father-in-law? As my dad has died, I really want that. Okay, so let's ask that. I understand what you mean now. I was thinking, father-in-law. Yes, I get you. You're getting a yes, so best of luck with that. Michelle says, did you use the most accurate to answer my question? So what I was saying earlier is crystal ball is more accurate than pendulum. So the pendulum is great. I do really love it. I think it does its job, but the crystal ball can just seem more detailed. It's just a little bit better. Let's see. I'm just seeing if anyone. Oh, my internet connection has been terrible lately, Mohammed. So I totally get that. Michelle, is always going to message next year. Let's do that. Yes, getting a yes on that. Fire and Water, should I pursue prototyping the product I told you about? Okay. It went from no to yes to rephrase. Yes, you're getting a yes on that. That's amazing. Follow beauty. See you later. Yeah, I would love. I hope that I do catch you later. I hope you can. I hope you can make it. Let me see. Acacia card for Suns. Kevin, you're very welcome, of course. So you are having winged messengers. So a lot of the time, this is about your past over loved ones being with you and maybe sending you messages, maybe guiding you a little bit. If you have passed over loved ones, it can also be about ancestors, angels, spirit animals, and things like that. But they're sending you messages. They want to communicate with you, and they're there. They're watching over you, as you can see there. So that's very nice. So looking out for spiritual signs and messages a bit more may be helpful. Aparna says, thanks a lot, Venus. I love your presence and I love the way you give readings and guidance. You're so welcome, and I love that I catch you a lot of the time on stream. It's really nice to have. I love that you guys come back. I love it. Thank you so much. Fire and Water says the third eye chakra resonates. That's good. Well, I always love the feedback when it resonates. That's great. Okay, so there isn't many questions left, so let's do Ankita, will Jyoti ghost me after exam and not go anywhere with me like we planned? Okay. Oh, I'm guessing a yes. Oh my gosh. I hope that energy changes for you. That's not. I don't like giving negative answers, of course. So, guys, so I'm at the bottom. So if you, so Fire and Water says thank you. If you can, if you have one more question, feel free to post it after that comment. So one more question per person. Our partner says pick a card for me, which will advise me how to go further in my tarot journey. Okay, so we'll do a chakra card for you. Did you already have a chakra card, Aparna? Just let me know if you already had a chakra one, because I forgot. If you didn't, I feel that might be helpful. Ankita, I hate her so much. She always does that, and I'm stupid that I always fall for it. Oh no! This is the thing about empaths being too open. We allow people in that take advantage, you know, or that aren't the best people. So yeah, keeping a guard up where you can, and opening yourself up to more positive people, people that you resonate with. Let's see. Oh, you had a unicorn card. Okay, so we'll do a chakra for our partner. I feel that's. Oh, and we have third eye and faith. So that's amazing, actually. That's a great card to get because you're saying a card for how to go further in your tarot journey. So of course, work on the third eye makes a lot of sense. It's our spiritual gifts, you know. And we have the crown as spiritual gifts, but that would help more with mediumship. And the third eye would help more with tarot. We activate all chakras when we're doing work and we're doing things. You know, when we do work holistically with the chakras, but more pinpointed to the third eye. If that makes sense. So faith. So have faith in this journey. Have faith that you can do it. Have faith that maybe you know when we get the chakra, it can indicate that we need a bit of work there, but you're having faith. You can do it. You have your guides, crystals, spirit animals, ancestors, everything around you. It's really, really lovely. Mother Earth, you know? So that's a great one to get. So best of luck to you and do link me. Guys, if you're going on your own spiritual journey, I would love to be linked. There is someone else in chat. A few people in chat who do, and I always like to just have a little look and do keep you in my little prayers and meditations that you do well, you know? Let's see. So Mohammed says, Sophia energy towards me. So we'll do a love card because we can't do that on Pendulum. So we'll do a love card here. So we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So the energy towards you, it might. So the card would kind of indicate that you need a getaway, a new experience, something refreshed. So it doesn't have to be a huge holiday like a five-star resort, but you might need to spend a bit of time together in a new location to kind of relight the spark or gain some new inspiration, feel a bit refreshed, relax, and things like that. So that's the kind of energy of it. It's kind of like you might need to a change of scenery together to kind of reignite something or what you know. Oh, I'm putting it in the wrong deck. Oops. Let's see. And Kevin says, are my spirit guides wanting me to give my CFA level 1 in February, May, or August? So let's do February. Yes, I'm guessing a yes to February. So I'm guessing they're saying as soon as possible. Fire and Water, I also asked if I should actively look for a PhD advisor versus waiting for them to come into my life. Okay, so actively looking. Oh. Maybe. I'm going to spin one more time just to see if we can get a definite. But maybe yes. We're getting a yes for Fire and Water. Sage Girl says, am I going to win PhD big super prize? Maybe 5,000 to 1 million. So will it be a big? I think you got a yes anyway, but will it be big? I guess we're asking. No. So I'm really sorry about that. But anything you win is, you know, a gain, you know? You're very welcome, Oponi, you're very welcome. You'll share your money. It's very, very sweet. Yeah. I'm sure anyone who's kind of empath and kind of drawn to this community, not in a trolling way, in a nice way, would be very kind if they won money. You know, I'm sure they would help like their the people close to them in their lives, and I think that's very beautiful. Michelle says, "Is W message me next year?" Okay. Ah, isn't too many rephrases with that. Okay, so I usually don't spin again if we get three rephrases because it can mean that the energy is up in the air. Maybe they're undecided on what they want to do in that situation. But I will do it one more time as it's the last question. Guessing a yes. So, but the energy just seemed a little bit rocky, but you are guessing a yes in the end, so that's good. Um, as you're on, hello and welcome. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Fire Water says, "Thank you so much, darling Venus. Have an amazing day. Same to you, and I'm so glad I caught you. Sorry it's a short stream, but like I said, I should be back on later on in a couple of hours with Crystal Ball. So if you do want more questions answered, try to connect with me in a couple of hours. And make sure that notification bell is ticked. Oh yeah, and guys, so anyone who is still in, I just have a question. So I did a short video about me coming on stream, and I did a post. I shared it on a post. Did you find this stream by just getting a normal notification that I was live? Did you find it by my short video, or did you find it by my post? So I'm kind of trying to see where the notifications come through for people. Um, Kevin says that's really interesting because I'm not sure if I'll be prepared in 5 months. Maybe you have the potential to do that. Um, um, is Essiron? I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. Maybe I'll just call you Tree. But yeah, it's really lovely to see you. It's really lovely to have new people. If you do have one question, a yes or no, you can ask it now, just before I leave. Tree, because you haven't had one, you can ask one yes or no question just before I go if you like. But yeah, I will be back on later with Crystal Ball, so try to join me if you can. Let's see. So, S. Lila, I love to you as well. I love the really nice, colourful emojis in the chat. Fire and Water says, okay, we'll look for the notification. This time, okay, so this time it came through. Did anybody come because of my short video or my post? If you could just let me know before you go, if you can. I'll hold on for one moment just in case I get a reply to this. So everyone's saying they got a notification of the live directly, so maybe that was just a glitch and it's fixed, perhaps. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping. Sajgal, I'm really sorry. I'm jumping off. I did say one last question for everyone, so I'm really sorry. But hopefully you can join the Crystal Ball. Hopefully you're free to join us then. And yeah, keep your questions for the Crystal Ball. So, but thank you for letting me know how you found it. I appreciate that. So hopefully it was just a glitch. Hopefully you will all be notified when I'm live. And yes, look out for the Crystal Ball soon. And love, light, and blessings to each of you. I really, really hope to see you very soon.